Welcome to another edition of Harness Central. I'm Harold Howe, and we're here at the Harrisburg sale with Murray Brown, sale manager and director of public relations for Hanover Shoe Farms for God knows how many years. And one of the stories down here, Murray, is that you're moving into quasi-retirement after the sale.
That's true, Harold. I'm going to stay through the end of the year, and then be kind of available when I'm needed or if I'm needed, and work part-time. I hope to be at the sale every year till I drop dead or draw my last breath.
Right.
But
So you're going to kind of be like Bill Clinton.
Sort of. But I've reached the age where I've got some minor physical problems, and I don't think I'm quite as sharp as I used to be, and I just want to enjoy life.
Right, and you've remarried, and there are things other than horses in life.
Yes, there are. I'm fortunate to find Carol. She's a wonderful woman, and my family loves her, and I love my family, and it's time to spend more time with them, maybe see a little more of the world, and enjoy life.
There's a lot of water that's passed under the bridge since you were in Montreal as a young fellow working for Myron Brothers. I know it's a big ask, but is there anything that particularly stands out over all the years that, when you reflect, that's the first thing that comes to mind?
Probably just being at Hanover. When I was a young kid, when I was working in Montreal, going to the races in Montreal, the name Hanover was, in my mind, synonymous with the Montreal Canadiens. Some kids wanted to play for the Montreal Canadiens. I wanted to work for Hanover Shoe Farms. And
you came here what year?
I came here in 1967.
And what was it like then?
It was kind of being in a magic world. The first year I was with Hanover, we had the greatest year we'd ever had to that point. It was Mr. Shepard's last year. He died in February after the sale, and then the first year I think we averaged $12,137. I remember that number distinctly. And then the next year, we had an increase of 50%. We averaged 18,205, which was an all-time record, and we just went forward from that point on.
And any thoughts on who's going to take over the sale for you?
Not really. That's up to what we call the triumvirate. Pete Spears, Jim Simpson, and Russell Williams. They'll make the decision.
Right. But you will not, for sure, be on the road looking at yearlings like you've done year after year.
I'm sure the odd time when I'm need to go somewhere. I still like driving. I still like going out and meeting people, looking at horses. So if I'm needed, I'm available.
Okay. Well, Murray, I think on behalf of the industry, thank you for all those years, and we don't want you to fade away. I mean, you're a fixture here. You're like Ronald Reagan was, I guess, but enjoy the downtime, and where I'm sure our paths will cross.
Thank you, Harold, and I hope to be around, and harness racing is part of my life, been the biggest part of my life for the last 50 or more years, so I don't intend to fade away.
Okay. There you have it, Harold Howe with Murray Brown with another edition of Harness Central.